welcome to Delectable Flavors. In today's video, I will be sharing a tutorial on how you can decorate your cupcakes. And this is a beginner tutorial. So I have these vanilla cupcakes, and if you're wondering how to make them, I have left a link at the top of your screen as well as in the description box on how you can make them. Now what we're first going to do is start with our piping bags. So if you have just a regular piping tip, you can just put it through your Ziploc bag or through your piping bag. But if you have a coupler, I'd like to run through on how you use it. Basically, a coupler comes in a screw. All you have to do is unscrew it, and the base or the taller portion you will put through the piping bag, cut a hole, and then what you'll do is get your piping tip. Here I'm using a 1M piping tip, and you're going to just screw on the second portion until it is nice and secure. And as you can see, the piping tip is secure, and the bonus about having a coupler is that you can change your piping tip if you want to do two different designs. But the 1M piping tip is a really good piping tip for beginners, so I'm just going to stick to one piping tip. I also want you to know that I'm also using a French tip here, but if you just have a 1M piping tip, don't worry, because you can achieve endless possibilities with a 1M piping tip as well. So what we're first going to do is get 2 tall glasses, and we're going to fill in our icing. So once you have your piping bags in your tall glasses, you have to curve the edges down. You can also do this in your hand, but I find that there's more control using a tall glass. So what I'm going to do is get my blue icing, take a portion, go into my glass. I'm using the 1M glass for my blue, and I'm going to put it all the way down and then scoop it back up. So I'm going to push it down and then pull it back up. You can see that my icing is stuck there at the bottom, and that's what you're going for. So make sure you scrape off all the icing on your spatula, as the icing on the spatula will dry. So how you're going to get it out is in 3 simple steps. One is just to pull. The second is to take it out of the glass. And then the third is to push the icing close to the nozzle. So what we're first going to do is the classic cupcake swirl. And I also have this empty container, and I'll just be using it just in case I think I want to pipe some icing out before I begin. So what you're going to do for this cupcake is pipe on the outside and then pipe on in. Like so. You're going to try to work faster, especially if you're doing this during the summertime. Make sure to work faster as the rooms are more hot. And that's the swirl. You just have to keep working your way up, and you get this beautiful 3-layer swirl. If you want to go higher, you can, but if you want to keep it lower, you can do that as well. So our next design is this beautiful rose. This is different from the other design, as we're going to start from the middle and then go out. I'm going to take off some excess, and now I'm going to pipe in the middle, swirl around, and then I'm going to quickly go away. And that's the rose design. It's a beautiful design if you like just a slim amount of icing, not too much. This is definitely the design you should do. Now let's move on to the next method. So if you're more of an abstract artist, what you can do is what I like to call a pom-pom effect. You're basically going to create a ring of droplings, and then you're going to go in. So I'm going to start at the edge, and I'm just going to pipe out little droplings. You can do it at an angle or straight. It all depends on what you like. And now I'm just going to do one in the center. So if you like a little abstract design, this is definitely the design you should go for. So if you are a fan of the pom-pom design, you're going to love this next one if you just like to have a little more icing. So first what I'm going to do is take off the extra icing, and what I'm going to do is create a layer of pom-poms. I'm first going to create a flat layer, And now I'm going to go in between the middle with more pom-pom. And now I'm going to do one in the middle just to finish it off. And here is this ruffled pom-pom design. If you like more of an abstract design, this is definitely the design you should do. Now let's move on to our French tip. So the first design I'm going to do is a design I like to use on my cakes. It's basically a swirl, but it's with a few twists, and I'll show you just how you can do that in this method. First, what I'm going to do is scrape off the excess, and now what I'm going to do is apply icing and then twist my hand as I move up. The French tip looks really nice with this design, as it is very fine. You can go as many layers as you like. That's my design. I'm done 6 layers, and if you like, you can also pipe an outer ring. Now let's do a pom-pom design using our French tip. So we're going to do the same method. Pipe, pull, and you keep going. And then one for the center. There we go, that beautiful cupcake is now done. I'm now going to show you how you can do a rose design using a French tip. It's once again the same exact method. All you have to do is start from the middle and pipe out. With this, you definitely get a finer rose. It's just the other one has more ruffled effect. Now with our last beautiful vanilla cupcake, we are going to do the stacked pom-pom. Once again, you just pipe and pull. Keep going. And I like filling the entire cupcake base because it creates a nice base for these pom-poms. And your lovely tropical pom-poms are now done. So now you can decorate these beautiful cupcakes with some store-bought sprinkles or with your own DIY sprinkles, and I've left a link at the top of your screen as well as in the description box on how you can make these. I'm just going to decorate my beautiful rose here with some sprinkles. And this is just a reminder that if you are looking for some vegan buttercream, I've left a link in the description box on how you can make that as well. So don't be afraid to check that out too. If you did enjoy this video, please smash that like and subscribe button for new recipes every week. Till then, bye-bye.